Chapter 16 Birth of the Bronies. It's been 3 days since Discord gained my trust, and through those days, most of the ponies in Ponyville have gotten used to him being around. Sometimes even say hello to him now and then. So far, he's getting a good reputation in Ponyville. Just hope that the princess can notice and find forgive him for all he's done in the past. Ponyville streets. Jeff was flying through the streets with a bored look on his face. Man, today is just dull. Hope something interesting shows up soon, Jeff thought. He then flew past the poster board when something caught his eye. He then flew by the board to see what it was. Once he returned to the board, his eyes widened in amazement at the poster for a talent show. If that ain't inside, I don't know what is, he said to himself in excitement. He then grabbed the poster with his beak and tore out the poster and flew as fast as he could to the cafe where me and the others were. The Ponyville Cafe. Me, Twilight, Spike, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Flasheye, and Discord were sitting on a large table with each of us having a drink. Discord looked at his drink and raised his eyebrow. So, what do you call this again? He asked before looking at Twilight. A cup of coffee, Twilight answered awkwardly. Discord looked back down at his coffee and took a sip. His eyes suddenly shot wide open and he did a spit take on the ground before finding his tongue. Water! Water! He cried. I quickly gave him my cup of water, and he drank it all down his throat. Once he drank all the water, he put the cup down and panted heavily. Okay, that was hot. Sorry there, Discord. We thought you knew, after he said with a sorry look. Discord raised his talent hand. It's okay, but what do I do with this coffee? Give it a Pinkie Pie? No! We all yelled with our eyes wide open. A few minutes later, Rarity walked up to the table with a large cheerful smile on her face. We all looked at her to see she was wearing a silver necklace and 2 silver hair clips with a gold flower on each of them. Wow, Rarity, where did you get that necklace and hair clips? Fletcher asked with a small smile. Aren't they marvelous? My token Maya sent them to me last night with another lovely poem. I simply adore them, she said as she sat down with us. Me and Spike gave each other a slight smirk, trying not to let the others see us. Spike then stood to he tried to get close to Rarity. So, it looks like you really like this guy, huh? Rarity looked at Spike. I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't even met this couple yet. But what if it's not a colt? What if it's something like a donkey? Or a minotaur? Or something completely not pony? Spike asked nervously. Jay rubbed her chin with a hoof. Well, I've never thought about that. I would have to say it wouldn't matter what he is, because it's not what's on the outside that matters. It's what's on the inside that counts. And though what I've read in his poems, he has a sweet and passionate soul, and that's what I'm attracted to. Spike then had a large smile on his face, but was going to show it back to me. Once it got back to me, I gave him a playful pat on the back for laying my head down on him. This is good. Now we know that it won't bother her to ask you, I whispered to him. He then raised his head up to mine. Yeah, just a few more anonymous gifts, and I'll try to tell her that it's me, he whispered. Rainbow Dash noticed us whisper to each other. And what are you two talking about? She asked with an eyebrow raised. Me and Spike shot our heads away from each other. Nothing, we both said at the same time. Rainbow Dash gave us a suspicious look before taking a sip of her drink. A few minutes later, we all heard the sound of flapping getting louder and louder. We looked in the direction it was coming from, and saw Jeff flying towards us with a poster on his beak. Or in his beak. When he was close to us, he was so exhausted that he lost control of his flight pattern and started flying towards the table. Discord noticed this and snapped his fingers. Suddenly, a pillow appeared on the flashlight on the table, and Jeff crashed him with a soft pillow. Jeff, what's up, bro? I said, looking at the penny carrier on the table. Jeff got up off the pillow in a daze before shaking the daze off and took the poster out of his beak. Guys, guess what I found? He said in an excited tone. I looked at the poster he was holding in his way and raised an eyebrow. An old wrinkly piece of paper? I said in an unsatisfied tone. Jeff looked at the poster he was holding it the wrong way. He then spun around and showed us the advertised for an upcoming talent show. The Ponyville talent show? I said with a raised eyebrow. Yeah, dude, we should totally enter, Jeff said in an excited tone. Rainbow just let a small laugh. What will be your talent? Flying the hoops? Or saying how many times you can make a mess on a statue, she said before she let another small laugh. Jeff gave her a sharp look. No, it's gonna be something cool. Something we can all do. But what? Jeff started rubbing on his beak as he paced back and forth. How about we perform a magic act? Spike suggested. Jeff shook his head. Nah, too obvious. He then continued a pace. A flying show? I suggested. Sorry, I did that last year. It wouldn't be interesting now, Ramdash stated. Jeff quickened his pace until he came to a quick stop. I got it! We can sing. Better yet, we can form a band, he said in an excited tone. We all looked at him with confused looks. A band? Twilight asked. Jeff turned his head to face her. Yeah, think about it. We can make an awesome band. Well, that does sound like a good idea, but it's just not my type of thing, you know, Applejack confessed. We're already not in agreement. I'm afraid I'm not okay with Applejack. I bet it's simply not ladylike. I just don't want to do it, Ramdash added in an interested tone. Pinkie Pie, Flush, and Twilight not in agreement. Jeff crossed his wings. Fine, you girls do what you want. It'll just have to be a boy band instead. With me, Matt, Spike, Discord, and even Pee-wee. Yeah, we're not interested either, I admitted. Duke and Spike not in agreement. Jeff was about to say something until you came with an idea. Okay. Looks like there's no confessing you. I just feel bad that Spike won't get to eat all those diamonds. Jeff didn't have a sheer grin on his face. Spike signed with one eye and leaned closer to Jeff. What diamonds? Jeff turned his head attention to Spike. Oh yeah, you know the expression they'll shower you with diamonds? Well, for Ben they do it for real. All those fresh, mouth-watering, delicious diamonds. Spike was lost in fantasy as he made a small paw on the table. He then snapped back to Raleigh and right the drill of his mouth to his arm. I'm in, he said quickly. Jeff's grin grew bigger. And not to mention all the adoring fans who love us. Disco suddenly got curious to what Jeff was saying and raised an eyebrow. I'm listening, he said in a curious voice. Jeff turned his head to face Discord. Yeah, if you're in a band, you'll be loved by hundreds, even thousands. And with all those fans, maybe you'll attract the friend's attention and you can show her that you can be trusted. Disco rubbed his chin with his talon hand while he thought about what Jeff said. He made his decision. Very well, I'll join your little band. Jeff had a smug on his face as he turned to face me. Oh no, Jeff, I know what you're doing, and I'm not gonna be pulled into this by your smooth talk like you did with them. I said across my arms. Hey, I was just thinking about creativity. I mean, you're so creative, and we could use it in the band. Look, you'd be ashamed to put that talent mind of yours to waste, right? Jeff said in a slight tone. And then I uncrossed my arms and looked at him curiously. You really think I'm creative? Jeff grinned. Dude, your keymark shouldn't even be a game controller. It should be a whatever creative keymark is. I did tap my chew in my hood before landing a small sigh. Alright, I guess I got nothing to lose anyway. Except your dignity and the show itself, a female voice said behind me. We all looked in the direction the voice came from, and our eyes shot wide open in shock to who we saw. Trixie! We all yelled out. Jeff had a confused look on his face. Wait, who's Trixie? Trixie then walked toward us. I'm Trixie, the great and powerful Trixie, she said with a racing hoof in the air. Also known as the not so great and powerful fraud, I added. Trixie huffed at my comment. Make all the comments you want. I'm still going to show you what a true show is. What are you doing here anyway, Trixie? Doing with that Shags walked line at the blue unicorn. Trixie gave her a devious grin. Oh, nothing much. I'm just here to win the talent show. And when I do, all the Ponyfield will once again see that I'm truly great and powerful. I rolled my eyes. That would never work. Trixie came up to me with a glare. Bet it will, and who are you anyway? I didn't see you last time I was here. My name's Matthew. I arrived here last month. I told glaring back. Trixie raised an eyebrow. Weird name. Why does every pony keep saying that? I thought in an irritated way. Trixie then turned to Twilight. Oh, I remember you. The unicorn bastard that Ursa-minor ran me out of town. Twilight. Is it? She said with an eyebrow raised. Yes, Twilight Sparkle. And I didn't run you out of town. I was just trying to protect Ponyville. It would have never happened if you didn't fill everyone's heads with lies. Twilight argued. Trish just grunted. Whatever. You're still going to lose at the show. Jeff flew up to her face. Oh, no, we're not. Because you're the one who's going to lose after we win with our band. Trish let a small laugh. A band? That's your big performance? Please, that's only compared to my act. And I promise it will be something magnificent, she said in a snappy tone. Oh, it was a disappearing act, I said under my breath. Trixie glared at me. I heard that, she snapped. You were supposed to, I snapped back. As me and Trixie glared sharply at each other, Jeff flew in between us. Okay, let's all just calm it down and settle this at the show. Come on, Matt, we're going home. Trixie gave me a smirk. You should listen to your pet, Matt. So Jeff suddenly went wide-eyed and he looked as though he was about to burst in anger. He then looked towards Trixie. Did you just call me a pet? I am not a pet, he yelled before showing towards Trixie. I quickly grabbed the tail feathers from my mouth to try and hold him back. Whoa, Jeff. Calm down, bird. She's not worth it, I said through my teeth while Jeff was hopelessly flapping to try and reach Trixie. After a few seconds, Jeff finally calmed down and I let him go. He then flew onto my back and I turned my head to Twilight. Come on, Twi. We better get back to the library. With that, Twilight got off her seat and walked away from the table. As he walked away, Trixie smirked again. What? No threat? No covenant speech? Fine. Just go along home with your pet and your geek of a girlfriend. I then stopped in my tracks and gritted my teeth before I turned back to face Trixie. What did you say? Guess I couldn't hear you from all the way over there. Trixie grinned. I said, go home with your pet and geek of a girlfriend. At that moment, my anger boiled inside me and I pushed my face up to Trixie's. Listen here, you big kid. Listen here, you big fake. You can insult me. You can insult my friend. But when you insult Twilight, that's when I get mad. We are gonna crush you at the show and send you crying home, I yelled. Trixie raised an eyebrow. Care to make a little wager? I gave her a sharp look. You're on. If you win, you have to admit that you're not as tough as you say you are, and you have to apologize to Twilight. Trixie nodded in agreement. And when I win, you have to call me the most powerful talent unicorn in Ponytail. Trixie then had her hoof out. I hesitated for a second before I grabbed her hoof and shook it. Deal, I said while we glared at each other. I then let go of Trixie's hoof and walked back to Twilight and Jeff before we walked back to the library with Spike and Discord following us. Later at the library, me, Discord, Pewee, and Spike were sitting at the large table in the main room, watching Sheriff walk back and forth while he was running through the plan. Now, the challenge show's coming in 2 days, which gives us enough time at least to learn a song for the show. We need to know who's good at what and where they belong in the band. So, who's good at playing the drums? Jeff actually looked at us. We all looked at each other, wondering who was going to answer him. Until Disco raised his iron hand. I've had some experience with that kind of activity. Jeff smiled slightly. Good, then you can be our drummer. Get on the drums and show us what you got. Jeff, we don't have any drum sets. We don't have any kind of instruments and we're broke, so we can't buy any, I said. Jeff faced with frustration. Oh man, we forgot to buy instruments. How can we form a band without instruments? You tell me. Just got a grin on his face as he rubbed his chin. Perhaps I can be of assistance. With that, he snapped his fingers, and with a flash of light, a red drum set with cymbals, a well-electric guitar with blue light bulbs on it, some speakers, and some microphones appeared in the middle of the room. Alright, Discord. Now let's see what you got, Jeff said in delight. With that, Discord walked out the drum set and picked up the drumsticks. He then swallowed hard before playing some beats on drums, and so far he was really good. After playing on drums for a few minutes, he stopped and looked at us to see the surprised looks on our faces. Dude, that was awesome. You're definitely a drummer, Jeff said in delight. Discord just smiled and spun drumsticks around his fingers. Jeff then turned around and faced the rest of us. Alright, I think Spike should be our guitarist because he's pretty good at normal guitar. Plus, besides from Discord, he's the only one with fingers that can actually hold that thing. So Spike, let's see how you do. With that, Spike walked up to the electric guitar and picked it up. After a small hesitation, he started playing some notes on the guitar, and we were surprised to find out he was better on this guitar than he was on the other one. After he was done, we all applauded for him before Jeff stepped forward. No, that's what I'm talking about. Now, we need someone to write the songs, and I think that shot should belong to Matt because of his creativity. What do you say, Matt? I thought about it for a moment before agreeing to it. I think we can come up with something. Just smile grew larger. Great, you get started and I'll think of something for Pewee to do. With that, I nodded and grabbed some paper and a pen and started writing. It was hard because I had Had to had to hold the pen in my mouth. Jeff examined Pee-wee for a moment. You're smart, Phoenix. You could be our tech guy. Your job is simple. You just check the claim to see if they're all working, and you can even adjust the lights for the show. Big gave him some confused look. How do I do that? Jeff smirked. Don't worry, I'll show you the basics. Pee-wee then smiled and nodded. Okay, I'll do it. I turned my head to Jeff with an eyebrow raised. So Jeff, what will you be doing? Jeff turned his head to see me with a smug face. Me? I'm going to be your main singer. Why do you get to be the main singer? I asked. Jeff crossed his fingers and raised an eyebrow. Do you want to sing? Yeah, you can sing, I said before going back to writing the song. Jeff then flew back on the table and turned to face all of us. Okay, we are almost ready to start practice to beat that no good Trixie. All we need now is a band name. We all opened our mouths to suggest, but we lost our thoughts. We all said as we thought. So an idea came into my head. Hey Jeff, how about the bronies? Everyone gave me a confused look. Who or what are bronies? Spike asked. Bronies are not the word for male ponies. In fact, where I came from, that was an name given to boys who liked. I didn't remember not to tell about who it really came from. Never mind, I quickly said. Jeff dropped the bottom of his beak. Another name for male ponies, huh? Well, we are a boy band. And it does sound kinda catchy. Yeah, I like it. From this day forward, we shall be known as the Bronies. Yeah! We all yelled out. Now let's get to work and crush Trixie. Jeff yelled before they all got pressing while I wrote. 2 days later, talent show. Today was the day of the talent show, and we were all nervous about going up on stage. This time Spike had been practicing well and had gotten very good. Barry had learned how to work the glides and was ready to go. It didn't take me long to write a song. To tell the truth, I just wrote one that I already knew from England and told him that I made it up. Jeff has been practicing his singing, and we all agreed that he was perfect for the job. Some mics had already been up. The first was the young male Pegasus trying to spin plates, which didn't end well. The second was 2 female Earth ponies playing oboes, which were super boring, and the last that was up there was Snips and Snails doing a magic act, which ended with Snails eating the carrots again. Me, Twilight, the guys, and the rest of the girls were backstage ready to go on. Where the hell is Jeff? We'll be going on any minute, and he's still not here, I said as I paced back and forth. Twilight walked up to me and I stopped pacing. Matt, calm down. I'm sure he'll be here. After all, he started the band. Why wouldn't he show up? Because he knows you're gonna lose, familiar female voice said across the room. We all turned our heads to see Trixie walking up to us. I think your pet was right not to show up. This would be embarrassing for him, Trixie said in a snubby tone. The only one who's going to be embarrassed tonight is you, I said with glaring Trixie. We didn't hear Miss Shirley's voice on stage. And now, everybody, please give a round of applause to the great and powerful Trixie. The crowd didn't cheer before Trixie walked out on the stage with her head up high. After now watching Trixie much out, we all had our mouths hanging at the show we saw. There were fireworks and everything, even a large blue dancing fire hawk. Trixie then bowed and walked off stage. Oh, you are toast, Rainbow Dash mumbled. What was that, Rainbow? Disco asked his face eyebrow. Oh, nothing, Rainbow Dash said with a sheepish smile. At that moment, Jeff shut through the curtains crushed right in front of us. Jeff, where have you been? We're on next, I said with looking down at him. He got up and made some sort of reason noise. What's wrong with you? Are you out of breath or something? I asked. Jeff shook his hand, pointing his mouth. We all looked at him with confused faces while it spoke up. Oh no, I think he's trying to tell us he's lost his voice. Jeff nodded fast. Wait, my eyes widened. What? But he's the main singer. How are we gonna go up there without a singer? Jeff then pointed at me. I didn't know what he was doing at first, but I understood. Me? You want me to sing? But I can't sing, I yelled with a frightened look. Matt, I don't think we have a choice here, Spike said. I turned my head to Spike. No, I really can't sing. I'm a terrible singer, I admitted. I then felt someone tapping my hoof and looked down to see Jeff then speaking my hoof. He then looked up at me with big begging eyes. I then laughed a small sigh. Fine, I'll do it. But don't say I didn't warn you. That is, when you get your voice back, of course. Jeff then glared at me before we heard Shirley's voice again. And now, please welcome the new band at Ponyville, the Bronies. With that, we all walked up on stage. Once we all got into positions, Discord snapped his fingers and drums and appeared in front of him. The electric guitar appeared in Spike's hands, and a microphone and stand appeared in front of me. Looked up at the spotlight to see if Pee-wee was ready to begin. I go up to her before leaning to the mic. Hello. We are the Bronies, and we hope you enjoy our song tonight, I said nervously. I then nodded Spike, and he started playing some notes on his guitar before Disco had strung stayed together. I then leaned back the mic and started to sing. Spike then played more notes on the guitar. The crowd burst into cheers. The sound of hooves on the ground filled the air. I looked at Twilight to see she was stepping the hoofs on the floor with a large smile on her face. Me, Spike, and Disco waited to the crowd before walking backstage. Once we were backstage, Twilight wrapped her hoods on the back of my neck and put me in a warm hug. That was incredible. I thought you said you couldn't sing, Twilight said while she hugged me. Did you really think I was that good? I asked. We then broke the hug and Twilight looked me deep in the eyes. Of course you were. Just listen to that crowd, Twilight said as she pointed to the stage. I listened to the crowd and they were cheering like crazy. I couldn't believe that they actually liked my singing that much. I did turn my attention back to Twilight. Thanks, Twilight, but they're not just cheering for me. They're cheering for all three of us. I then turned my head to face Spike and Disco to see their smiling faces. We heard Twilight's voice on stage again. Okay, now the phones are in and the winner is... the Bronies! Yes! Disco and Spike yelled before walking back on stage and cheering crowd. Cheerleader then put a big gold trophy across the stage and placed it in front of us. Disco then got the trophy by his handles and head up high while me and Spike just waved. The cheers from the crowd then grew louder. An hour after the show, other crowds had left, and me and the odds were standing next to the stage with Twilight and the girls complimenting us on our song. That was truly awesome, guys, Rainbow Dash in an excited tone. I know, right? We rocked the house, Spike said with a smile on his face. Aw, my little Spiky White is a little rock star, Ray said while rubbing Spike's head. We all kept talking until we noticed Trixie walked up to us. Well, I believe you have something to say, I said with a smirk. Trixie had a frustrated look on her face before letting out a loud sigh. Fine, I'm not as powerful as I said I was. Happy? I raised my eyebrow and crossed my hooves. Trixie let out another loud sigh before turning her head to Twilight. I'm sorry I caused you a kick, Twilight. Not that I was satisfied, I smiled and crossed my hooves. Trixie then came close to me. You may have won now, but you haven't heard the last of the great and powerful Trixie. Trixie then raised her front hooves up and stomped down on the ground, blowing a puff of smoke. When the smoke cleared, we saw Trixie running away from us before disappearing in the distance. The girls have broken the record, I said as I watched Trixie run away. Twilight then giggled at my coming before everybody started laughing. After they let out a large yawn. I think it's time we hit the hay. I turned my head to face her. I hear that, AJ. Come on, Twilight, let's get back to the library. With that, she nodded and we all said our goodnights to every pony. Me, Twilight, Spike, Jeff, Pee-wee, and Disco then head back to the library to get some sleep and end the day. The song used in this chapter is called What Makes You Beautiful, played by One Direction.